Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. 8 cows died mysteriously in Ondo. 8 cows were reportedly killed on Thursday by lightning on a mountain in Uyimokota, Ikare Akoko, headquarters of Akoko Northeast Local Government Area of Ondo State. The incident happened barely a month after 36 cows were killed by lightning in Ijari town in the Federal Local Government Area of the state. It was gathered that the cows, owned by some herdsmen, were struck dead while grazing on top of the mountain. The two herders tending the cows were said to have fled the scene after the incident. However, a source said that 5 men have been arrested by the police for buying the dead cows from the herders. Immediately after the cows were struck dead, the two herdsmen that were with the cows rushed to the butchers in town and sold the cows to them at cheaper prices. But the police got to know of it and arrested all of them, the source said. Police spokesman Femi Joseph said investigation had begun. He said it was the environmental officers who discovered that the Fulani boys were selling the contaminated cows to the butchers and reported to us. 4 butchers and 1 herder have been arrested over the matter. We will sue them to court after investigation. State chairman of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, Magban, Alhaji Garuba Bello, said he had not been briefed about the development. I have been calling the chairman in Ikare Akoko to know what happened, but his line was not reachable, he said. So guys, before we even talk about this incident that just happened in Ondo State again, uh, some days ago, yesterday we did a video concerning how the Magban, Miyetti Allah, trying to ask federal government to be able to help them to vaccinate all the cows nationwide, because even in some states in the north, they are complaining that some of the cows are really affected with diseases, and if care is not taken or if something is not done urgently, that it could really affect other cows, in other states. And before you know it, and you know that all these cows is not as if it's really it's the only it's based in only in the north. They bring them to the south. They bring them. That is where they have their market. They bring them to the south, and before you know it, something else will be happening. And I was trying to tell people yesterday that they need to be careful, even apart from the disease that we are even talking about. Ordinarily, consumption of cow is not even the best option. To when you get to some certain age, you really need to avoid that. But people believe it is, luxury. It is out of you being wealthy, or you having that privilege to buy a cow and all of that. But certain age you get to, cow is not really good for your body. If you go and check and do your research medically, you will find out all of this is, and coupled with the fact that a lot of things are really happening. And we talked about being a personal business, should it be government affair? That one is a different ball game entirely. And again, coming back to what happened in Ondo State the last time, over a month ago, when some cows were struck dead. People said it was just a coincidence. People said it was a natural disaster. Of course, this Magman or Westman, they came out and they expected whether the government or the the authority of that community to pay them compensation. They were bringing that issue, but I think that one was really swept under the carpet because it's not really something that one would need to be debating. And the elders in that community came up and said that place is a sacred place that nobody should be going to. And these people, whether they didn't know or because they felt that it is part of their tradition to be moving cows from places to places. And we know what they are trying to do in Oyo State, trying to sue the Oyo State government, that they don't want them to stop open grazing of cows that they just want to be moving from places to places. And the government said, no, you can't do that. You just have to have a designated place for you to do your business. But they are coming on the angle that they are smaller business, that they cannot afford ranching. But you can't afford ranching, but you can afford moving from places to places, encroaching people's farm and disturbing other people's business as well. So, and there was a time to a traditional person in Ogun State was trying to encourage some Yorubas in that state that there's no need for them to be talking about, oh, cattle should not be moving from places to places, that no need to talk to all these herdsmen, that there's a way they can go about it, that they used to have all this traditional way of dealing with all these people, that they can do that, and people were trying to laugh at the man. The man is from Ogun State. I remember vividly. They were trying to laugh at him that, okay, if you have that power, if you believe in such power, then why is it that these guys have been having their way through and all of that? And not quite long, what happened in Ondo State happened. And the elders in that Ondo State had to go to that place to make some sacrifices or to do some cleansing. That place is not meant for anybody to go to. It is only, whether the head of the traditional ruler, or the priest or the king that has the opportunity to be there. Not everybody, but these people believe that they can enter anywhere, and it's a wake-up call for them, since they don't want to stay in a designated place, or to find a place for themselves just to be doing their business, but they believe it is their right to be moving from places to places. And people say, no, you can't do that. You cannot do that. It is not possible for you to be moving from places to places. Other people too are involved in one business or the other, and they are not infringing, or they are not inconveniencing anybody. So why would your own be a different case? And government is coming to say, no, you cannot be doing your business openly like that. It's not as if you can't be doing your business openly. It's not an hidden thing, but just have a permanent place that you will have your cows. You go and bring their feed for them. You feed them there. You give them whatever you want to give them. But moving from places to places, because we have people who, where you go and feed them, you say, you don't want to get their feed and feed them in a particular place. You want to be taking them to other people's business, which which is their farm, and it has been causing a lot of mayhem and be causing a lot of problem. Yet you say you don't want to do that. Whether this one that is happening is like this Ondo State is like, it's a no go area, but it's like they don't want to listen until maybe the worst things will happen to them. Somebody was saying, how come that the the lightning only strike the cows? What of the people who took the cows there? Or does he recognize the lightning, just recognize the cows? Or maybe is not familiar with cows, but only familiar with human being? Because how were they able to manage and run away and left their cows behind? How come that the lightning did not just struck anything on that land? That was what somebody was asking, but we don't know. But the another thing to this story is that they quickly rushed to the butchers and sold those cows, cheaply to them. And people got to know, and they believe maybe they are contaminated. Since they are dead, they are dead. They didn't really want to lose anything. The last time they felt, they lost a lot of money and no compensation and all of that. So that's why they quickly, instead of them to just lose totally, they just want to sell it cheap, at a cheaper price, so that they will still have something with them. But now they've been arrested, that you can't do that, because it is assumed or agreed that these cows are contaminated, and you went to sell it in the market, and those who sold it and those who bought it and all of them, the butchers, they have been arrested, according to what we are hearing from the uh, police spokesperson. But the chairman of the MAGBAN, Alhaji Garba Bello, said he had not been briefed about the development, that he had been calling the chairman of Ikare Akoko to know what happened, but his line was not reachable, according to what he said. But for the fact that police is involved, definitely that it is a founded incident. It's not something that somebody just made up. So these people should be careful. They are telling them they don't want to, since you feel you can oppress people, or you feel that you have a connection at the top, that anything you want to do, it's going to be possible. And if people say they don't want you to be moving, it's not as if they don't want you in that area, but You just have to obey the law of the land. You just have to do things accordingly. If you have feelings for other people too, you will know that you are inconveniencing them. And I feel that it's out of a, how will I even put it? Not being, not care about others. You don't care about what happens to others. You don't care about what happens to other people's business. So you just feel that it is only your own. It's out of selfishness. I think that's just the best way to put it. Out of selfishness, you feel that it is only what is good for you, and it has to be like that. You don't care what happens to other people, because if you really consider other people, you will know that you need to have a designated place, get a land, and do your business there. If you know that you don't have that kind of resources, you can gather yourselves together. You have an association, you can put yourself together and do your business there, so that all this trouble will be out of it. So guys, that is just my own contribution concerning what has happened. These 8 cows died mysteriously in Ondo State. Leave your comments below. Thank you very much. Bye.